Now let's turn to another story making headlines across the world. Many celebrities are speaking out about the events going on in Israel and Palestine. That includes Rihanna, who is facing backlash for comments she posted on her Instagram page. The singer wrote, "My heart is breaking with the violence I'm seeing displayed between Israel and Palestine. I can't bear to see it. Innocent Israeli and Palestinian children are hiding in bomb shelters. Over 40 lives lost in Gaza alone, at least 13 of whom were also innocent children. There needs to be some kind of resolve. We are sadly watching innocent people fall victims to notions perpetuated by government and extremists. And this cycle needs to be broken." Woo! Okay, this is challenging for me. There is not a bigger Rihanna fan in the world, in human history, than me. I love Rihanna. I love Rihanna's music. I love Rihanna's art. I love Rihanna's drive. And I love Rihanna's courage. And I have no doubt that when Rihanna speaks out about Israel and Palestine, she's doing so because she has a genuine interest and a genuine care and desire for peace. I don't think she has any angle. I don't think she has any guile here. I think she's making a sincere effort, but sometimes sincere efforts can be sincerely wrong. And this is an example of a celebrity speaking out in a way that actually is not helpful. This is effectively an all lives matter Instagram post. Imagine if we were looking at the uprisings in Ferguson. We said, we pray for the families of the cops. We pray for the families of those being shot by the cops. We see so much violence. I wish those people being shot by cops and those cops would just come together and stop fighting. Yeah, there's a level of truth to that, right? We don't want anybody to be harmed. We want everybody to be safe. But to frame the people being shot by cops on the same page as the people doing the shooting would be not only dishonest, but it's actually counterproductive for solving the problem. There's a power dynamic we got to think about. Imagine if in the 1980s and in the 1990s, we said, I wish those Afrikaners and those black South Africans would just stop fighting and work this thing out because I don't want to see Afrikaner children die and I don't want to see South African children die. We'd be like, what? No, it's the Afrikaners who are in control. They have the levers of power. We need to be calling on them to do something. We can't make these things sound equivalent. And so when Rihanna talks about, I can't bear to see, first of all, the violence being betrayed between Israel and Palestine, the violence is being perpetrated by the Israeli state. That's what started this, the evictions and the violence of the Israeli state in Aqsa Mosque. It says, innocent Israeli and Palestinian children are hiding in bomb shelters. Yes, there are innocent Israeli children and innocent Palestinian children. Let's be very clear. Israeli children matter just as much as Palestinian children. Jewish lives are worth just as much as Palestinian lives. No doubt about that. That's not what's in dispute here. But let's be very clear. There is a power dynamic here. And guess what? Palestinians don't have bomb shelters. They don't have access to bomb shelters. And those in Gaza don't have running water. They don't have potable water. They don't have electricity for long amounts of times. They don't have enough nutrition. They said that it was going to be uninhabitable by 2020. Guess what? It's 2021 and it is uninhabitable. So we can't talk about this like it's two sides of the same coin. These lives are being lost, but their lives are being lost because Palestinians have been dispossessed. They've been harmed. They've been shot. They've been unlawfully arrested. They've had their land taken from them. They have been refugees in their own home and around the world since 1948. And so when we send out a message saying, can't y'all just get along? Or when we use the language of conflict, this is not a conflict. If you come in my house and take my stuff and I try to fight back, that ain't a conflict. It's called resistance. We got to talk about this differently. And if we don't know how to talk about it, we got to ask somebody. Because sometimes our tweets and our Facebook posts and our Instagram posts, they can do more harm than good, even when we mean the best. And let me say it one more time before y'all come for me. I know Rihanna means the best. I know she didn't mean any harm. I know she's doing the best she can with what she got, just like every single person. I'm doing the best with what I got. Everybody's doing the best with what they got. But this is an opportunity to teach, not just Rihanna, to teach all of us how to talk about this issue in a way that upholds fairness and justice. That's all I got to say about that. Anyway,